Today is the NFL Draft. Yay!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So because of the NFL Draft, I decided to make a special video where I rank the top 10 quarterbacks in the draft. Without any further ado, let's just hop into this. Number 10, Davis Mills. Out of Stanford, Mills is one of those super under-the-radar dudes who could get some playing time for a team in need of help at quarterback. As one of the quickest decision-making quarterbacks in college football, Davis can make quick decisions on the fly without hesitation and produce with it. The problem with Davis, and the reason why he's at the bottom of the list, is his lack of ability on the run, as he is great in the pocket but not so much when pressured. Looking at all this together, Davis is one of the riskiest dudes on the list, but definitely has potential. Number 9, Shane Buchele. Originally a Longhorn, after traveling down to SMU, Shane was able to take control of the offense from the get-go and is an excellent leader. Upon his leadership abilities, Shane has great accuracy with solid mobility within the pocket. Just like Davis, when rushed, Shane struggles, and because of his delayed throwing motion, he is dumped down when under pressure. Shane would be a great backup in an offense that works around a traditional quarterback, but would likely struggle in more fast-paced systems. But all in all, Shane is a solid quarterback that could improve with fine-tuning and more athleticism. Number 8, Jamie Newman. Whereas the past two guys on the list were complete opposites of the term dual threat, at Wake Forest, Jamie was a great all-around talent. Jamie is a Swiss Army knife as he has solid size at 6'4", 230, great arm strength and mobility that could give him another option when the first read is gone. This is where the problem starts, and even though he's good running the ball, Newman has a lot of room to grow as a passer in terms of field vision, accuracy, and decision making. Jamie is just one of those players that with some time can be exciting, but is far from one who could start from the get-go. I could see Jamie as a player like Taysom Hill. He can still be used due to his ability in the running game, but he definitely has room to grow as a true quarterback. Number 7, Kyle Trask. Following such a great senior season, Kyle proved that he can hold his own among some of the best. But when looking at some of the great talent around him, and Kyle Pitts and Kadarius Toney, I'm curious how well he will play with some other guys. Nonetheless, Kyle's career demonstrates how patience pays off big time, and one of the best areas of Kyle's games is he's a great passer that can still produce when pressured. Although a great passer, Kyle's not very mobile, and because of that, when plays fall apart, he can't do as much as some of the others on the list. It seems like Kyle could eventually be a decent starter, but he's just one of those guys that will need a solid team around him to succeed. Number 6, Kellen Mond. At Texas A&M, Kellen put together a solid career in the toughest conference in college football as a consistently prolific quarterback. Although a bit slim at only 217, he makes up for it in his efficiency in the passing game. Kellen is great at remaining calm when pressured, and because of it, can create plays out of seemingly nothing. In the toughest conference in the SEC, this speaks true volumes, as he is continually hit and able to get up and do the same thing again with no issue. Where Kellen struggles is throwing the football down the field. Although a questionable down-the-field passer, there's a lot to love in Kellen's game, and because of it, he has starting potential, but likely needs some work on deeper throws before he can truly lead an offense. Number 5, Trey Lance. From little NDSU, Trey's been far from the spotlight until recently with his one-game showcase. Following his solid performance in his little showcase, Trey was able to gain a great deal of interest from people all across the NFL and is now one of the biggest names in the draft, and for good reason. Trey has great athleticism and can run the ball unlike many others, and because of it, he is a huge threat outside of the pocket. But although he is able to run the ball really well, when it comes to passing, although he has great accuracy, he needs some fine-tuning on his release and just some of the mechanics to become a solid quarterback in the league. Number 4, Mac Jones. Big Mac did everything you could ask for with Alabama this season as he took the team to an undefeated record and won a national championship. Although he led the Crimson Tide to practically a perfect season, he is seemingly one of those players that just needs talent around him and great coaching in order to have success. I mean, if you look at the Crimson Tide team, they had 2 of the top 3 wideouts in the draft and the best running back all on one team. So for Mac, we're going to have to wait and see how he can produce without the very best around him. Enough with the negatives. Mac is an excellent passer and can place the ball just where the receiver needs it. But without structure, he can struggle, and as a result, with pressure, he is not nearly the same quarterback. I could see Mac starting, but I doubt that he could truly thrive without an excellent unit around him. Number 3, Zach Wilson. Straight out of BYU, Zach has only recently gotten attention, and for good reason as he is one of the best overall quarterbacks in the draft. And good thing he did, because he is one of the best quarterbacks in the draft. Zach is great in practically any situation, as he can work well with pressure and can make plays that not many others can. Since his sophomore and junior years, Zach has continually improved and is looking to only get better with time. Not only is Zach a great passer, but he's super mobile, and upon that plays with a great deal of poise, unlike many other prospects going into the draft. Zach has what it takes to make an immediate impact in the league, but is one of the biggest boom or bust prospects in the draft due to his limited experience against some of the best competition. Zach is just one of those guys who knows what he's doing, but we will just have to wait and see just how good he is. Number 2, Justin Fields. With Fields, there's a lot to love as he can do almost anything you want him to at an elite level, and because of it, he is a dominant threat whenever he is on the field. Not only can Justin just pass the ball efficiently, but he's super mobile, and as a result is a threat all across the field, making him easily one of the most touted players in the draft. All across the field, Justin can give receivers a chance to make a play, and overall, he's just one of the best talents in recent memory. The only hits I have on Justin's game is his lack of consistency in his last season, as he struggled in some of the biggest games against teams like Northwestern, Indiana, and Alabama. It's one thing to struggle, but the fact that guys like Trey Sermon at running back were the ones carrying the team to wins becomes a little bit of a problem. Nonetheless, Justin has all the intangibles that make up a franchise quarterback, and because of it, wherever he ends up, he will be able to leave a mark.
Tonight, Franks to the end zone, touchdown, Warren!
Now the throw down the sidelines of beauty, and it's Tyrell Shavers' touchdown.
Play action, and there it is. Josh Moore, foot race, one of the fastest on the team.
Number 1, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is one of the most exceptional quarterbacks in the past decade, and is almost certainly going number 1. Overall, Trevor is just one of those guys that is tough to critique, as he is almost everything you would want in a quarterback. He has size, consistency, accuracy, leadership, and as a result is bound to do his thing in the NFL. Now don't get me wrong, there's definitely room to grow, but Trevor is ready, and although he might not make the immediate impact as some of the other guys on the list, just wait, because he definitely has a lot in store.
Lawrence in a foot race. Will they catch him? Touchdown Tigers! Wow!
Thanks for watching my draft quarterback ranking video. If you enjoyed, subscribe, like, and comment your top 10. But anyways, happy draft day, see you guys on Sunday, and peace out.